I'm Heyzeus, and this is a quick trade-up guide for the Oni Taiji. Now, this is a good skin to pick up as an investment at the moment because the case it's in has been discontinued and there aren't actually heaps of them floating around. And additionally, it's just a nice play skin in general, as I think it looks really good in game. So the aim of this video is to show you how you can make one as cheaply as possible, but also get a decent float in the process. So the basic principle to what we're doing here is we're going to use field-tested Cobra Strikes and field-tested Sugar Rushes and combine them with some sort of minimal wear skin to get an average float in the minimal wear range. Now, there's a few possible minimal wear skins you can use here. Firstly, you can just use Cobra Strikes and Sugar Rushes straight from the Hydra Case. You can also use minimal wear Xianglus from the Spectrum Case and minimal wear Nemesises from the Falchion Case. And there are a couple of others you could use, but those are the ones I'd normally go to. And for this video specifically, we'll use the Xianglu because I like using that skin. But the principles will be the same either way. Generally speaking, they're completely interchangeable. Now, this is also a risky trade-up. You can lose money on individual trade-ups, but if you're trying to build up a small inventory of Oni Taijis as an investment, this is definitely the cheapest way to do it. And even if you just want it as a place-in, as long as you're happy to take a little bit of risk, you can get one a lot cheaper than you can get it on the market. So, we're going to be using the minimal wear Xianglus to balance out the floats of the Hydra skins. So the first thing we need to know is what is actually the average float we're going to be aiming for with this trade-up. Now, there's actually two different average floats. Firstly, you can get it between the 0.15 to 0.14 range, at which point you'll get a low float minimal wear Oni Taiji. Or, we can try and get the average float below 0.14, which is obviously going to be harder, but at that point you'll get a factory new Oni Taiji. Now the reason this works is that the Oni Taiji always has half the float of the average float of the skins in the trade-up, so it's possible to get a factory new skin with a higher average float, but at the same time it is harder to find the right skin. So there's a bit of a trade-off. It may simply be easier to go for minimal wear Oni Taijis, but it's up to you. Now, I haven't specified the exact number of minimal wear and field tested skins you want to use respectively in this trade-up contract yet, because that number is flexible so long as you get the average float that you're aiming for. However, having more minimal wear skins means you lose profit. So normally what I go for is I go for 3 minimal wear skins to 7 field tested skins. I find that's a decent profit margin, but also it's not too hard to find the right skins. However, it is still worthwhile at sort of 4 minimal wear skins and 6 field tested, but by that point it's becoming a bit borderline. So my recommendation is use a maximum of 4 minimal wear skins and trying to get as many field tested skins in as possible. As for a guide with floats, if you have 3 minimal wear skins in the trade-up contract with an average float of 0.1 each, you'll need an average float on the field tested skins of 0.1714 if you want a minimal wear Oni Taiji, and 0.157 if you want a factory new Oni Taiji. If you have 4 minimal wear skins with an average float of 0.1 each, you'll need an average float of 0.183 on the field tested skins if you want a minimal wear Oni Taiji, and an average float of 0.166 if you want a factory new Oni Taiji. As for where to get these skins from, I'll give you a brief rundown on the prices. So basically, if you're buying field tested skins, field tested Hydra skins on the Steam market, you don't want to pay more than $3 for these. I'd recommend using buy orders. It is fairly easy to get good float skins using buy orders, and you can often get them for less than $3 if you use a buy order. Currently the prices are messed up a little bit by the Steam sale and the Christmas bump, but it should normalize soon. You can also use OP skins, and if you use OP skins, I recommend trying not to buy anything for more than $2.15. As for the Xianglus, which are the minimal wear skin I'm using here, I would recommend aiming for about $4 on the Steam market. You can get them probably for a little bit less using buy orders sometimes, or about $2.80 on OP skins. Now, I think the prices of all these skins are probably going to rise in the future, just because I think the market's going to pick up. But don't worry about it, because the price of the skins will probably grow proportionally to the price of the skins you're getting out of this trade-up. So it should still work exactly the same. It's just that the prices will be off a little bit. Now, in terms of profits, there's obviously a few ways of doing this. So I'm just going to show you how it works when I normally do it. So normally, I get to the point where I've got 7 field tested skins and 3 minimal wear Xianglus. And I'll show you guys what the profits are respectively if you go for a factory new Oni Taiji or a minimal wear Oni Taiji. So both these trade-ups are very similar. It's just the float value of the Oni Taiji that's really the game changer. So first of all, both times there's 15% chance of getting a Spectrum Case skin. You get the Bloodsport, that's really good. You get the Neo Noir, it sucks a little bit, but you get most of your money back. The real killer is the 5/7 Hyper Beast. This one sucks. It really, really, really sucks. And you're going to get one of those for every Oni Taiji. So that's a downside, but the odds are in your favor because there is a statistical profit. Every single one of these that you do is a chance to win, not a chance to lose. So you've just got to sort of stomach them and move on. Now, one of the things to keep in mind about the price I've got for the Oni Taiji there is that's just the baseline Steam market price after sales tax. It's an approximate because the price moves around a little bit, but that's roughly what you can get. What I haven't factored in there is the fact that if you go for a minimal wear skin, so you've got a float range in between 0.15 and 0.14, the Oni Taiji comes out with a float of about 0.074 or something like that. So you get a really, really good float, and that may well guarantee you some overpay, particularly if you use a site like OP Skins, which is where I'd recommend selling these if you're going to sell them, because people pay a little bit extra, maybe only a couple of dollars, but it's still worthwhile for that low float. And then, that little bit of extra profit does mean a lot in terms of the overall profitability of the trade up. Now, as you can see with the factory new version, as long as you keep the ratio the same, is only a bonus going for the factory new version of the trade up if you can get the floats right. Now, as an interesting post note to this, if you were to change around the ratio of minimal wear to field tested skins, if you were to use 4 minimal wear skins rather than 3 and 6 field tested skins rather than 7, you would actually find that your overall profit margin would stay about the same just because of how the maths works out. However, personally, I prefer to go for the 3 to 7 ratio and just put in that extra time to find the skins with the right float. It's just a slightly better margin overall, and I think it's worth it. So I'll finish up with a practical example. This is a factory new Oni Taiji trade up in CSGO Exchange. As you can see, the Xianglus are all slightly below 0.1 each, and the field tested skins all have quite low floats in their respective ranges. If we look at the floats that we're going to get in the skins that come out of the trade up, as you can see, the Oni Taiji is just within the factory new range. And if you look at the 5/7 Hyper Beast, you can see that's just below 0.14 because the Hyper Beast uses the raw average float of the trade up as its float. So I did this trade up in game and it didn't exactly go great, although that Hyper Beast is a damn fine looking skin. In fact, this is the second one in a row that I failed for a video, which sucks a bit. But at the end of the day, the odds are still in my favour. So as long as you're willing to accept the risk and accept you're going to lose sometimes, you'll make a profit in the long run. And I have made a profit out of these. In fact, there's a nice little collection of Oni Taijis from these trade ups in my inventory. So anyway, if you have some success doing this trade up, please let me know. I'd love to hear that I've helped someone make some money out of trade ups. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And if you've got any questions, also comment, let me know. I'm happy to answer them. Trust the numbers, not your gut. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.